Oh, hello. Have you already started? How long ago? Let me check. Let me check this link. I have you bookmarked, so. What the heck? Are you playing a dolphin? Dude, do the PS2 emulator one. Do the PS2 emulator one. It doesn't have the sound issues. Do the PS2. Oh, right. Let me just get my quick. Is it really simple though? What? That's so weird. Isn't there like a GameCube controller support so you can just use that, map that to the GameCube? Oh. Well then. I'll leave this out. It's weird, like, Dolphin's actually pretty stable with most games, you know? Like, even Dolphin emulator can run like Sonic Colors, and that game is like way better, way better graphically and. Ah, buff. Headphone users, they can they can deal with it. Oh, by the way, you've hit a half milestone. You're at 555 subscribers. That's a lucky number. Just wait till you get 666. You should just make a generic intro where it's like, stream schedule, whatever the fuck I want. If you don't make a schedule, you can just use that every single time. Whatever the heck I wanna do. That's not normal. Are you using oh, you can like change that in the audio settings in the game. Are you using speed hacks for the game? You know, there's a simple solution. You see that slider there? Bring it all the way to 0%. Oh, well, you know what I mean. Bring that slider all the way to the bottom and leave it there forever. Try the colors one just to show how much better and different that one is. Because, like, really night and day. Wait, are you serious with the fact that Sonic Colors is the same size as Sonic Unleashed? Oh, wow. Ah, way better game. I'm talking about, like, the Wii comparison. Like, the Wii game with Sonic Unleashed, not so good. The 360 though, that's good. That's perfect. To me anyway. You know they changed that in the latest Dolphin, not like the latest stable version, but the latest Dolphin, they actually fixed that entirely. You have, yeah, basically you have to make sure you're not running the stable, the latest stable version. You have to just do the experimental ones. Are you using the stable version or are you using an experimental? Yeah, don't use the stable one. Those are so outdated. That's like several years outdated at this point. Look at that. 2011. Yeah. Use an experimental one. Here. Do this version right here. Copy link address.
Sega.
The latest 5.0 is 5.0 is 11 months outdated. This one that I sent you is way newer.
Sega.
No. I'm talking about like the link I sent you in the chat. Try that one. It's gonna be night and day. Jeez.
Sega.
I'm gonna reach for the stars, even though they look pretty fars.
Hello, Sonic. Do you...
That's okay. Don't you start like on the main stage anyway, like the first stage? No cutscene or anything. Yeah, there we go. No intro cutscenes, just like just do your thing, just start. So your thoughts on Sonic Mania and other Sonic Forces game? It's done the same way in color? Oh. Why are the wisps even a thing? They made sense in colors, but why are they still in the game? They don't make any sense. Why did Lost World have it? Like, even like Sonic Generations, okay, they used it once during the time travel, that's fine, that's cool. It makes sense to use it in that one stage. But why in the Lost World? They set the aliens free, they're gone! They're gone! The planets are gone! They don't yeah, no. Yeah, no. And they decided to stay so long that they got trapped in the freaking future, and now they're in castles again. They didn't learn. I just think that the range should stay. If you collect the range, you get a little tiny bit of boost. That's fine. But no, if you have the wisp, it's way better because it choose the developers choose when you can do. That's the big one. That's why you do it. Oh yeah. I like the Unleash where you can just drift anywhere and collect like boost. So you can boost anywhere you want to. Yeah, that's cool though. Freaking colors is so dumb because you can drift only in these sections. Why? It probably took more coding and scripting to make you limited to those places than just to give you the feature of drifting all the time. No. Remember when I was trying to port this stage to Unity? Oh, what is it? In, what is that? The Planet Wisp, if you, there's a glitch. If you're playing on, like, you can only notice it if you're playing it on, Dolphin Emulator. If you put it and upscale it to 1080p, in the background of the end screen, you can see another Sonic in T-pose. In the actual game. But you can't see it on the Wii because of the, like, 480p resolution. But on Dolphin, you can see it very clearly. Sonic just standing way in the back with a T-pose. If you have a free camera, I don't know if Dolphin does, you can check it out.
Next stop, the tropical resort. There, you'll find breathtaking views from our giant Ferris wheel. Amazing
Why would
views
you
from
pick?
the
Why
shopping
would you
mall,
pick
and
Eggman of all
constant risk
people?
of bodily harm. Next stop, the tropical resort.
Oh my
There,
god.
you'll find
Well, now you know how they
breathtaking
did
views from our
this.
giant Ferris wheel. Amazing deals in the shopping mall, and constant risk of bodily harm.
Are the models like fully rendered, like at the back as well?
There, you'll find breathtaking views from our giant Ferris wheel. Amazing views in the shopping
Just
mall,
viewing
and
models.
constant risk of
Are they
bodily harm.
actually? Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty cool.
Next up, the tropical
There's no reason
There,
for
you'll
it,
find
but
breathtaking views from our giant Ferris wheel. Amazing deals in the shopping mall, and constant risk of bodily harm.
yeah, I'm still surprised they had that.
Next up,
They
the
bothered
tropical
to
resort.
put a picture of the back.
There,
You could
you'll
just
find
like
breathtaking
made it half
views from our
spears
giant
and that's
Ferris
it.
wheel.
That's it,
Amazing
done.
views in the shopping mall, and constant
Developers
risk of
can go
bodily
home
harm.
early for the day.
Next up, the tropical resort.
I like how the spaceship is just like a walk. It's going. Oh, that looked good. That looked good. Oh no. Let's see. That's what I was expecting with the planet. That's what I was expecting. Are the robots fully modeled? Oh yeah. Let's get a look at those cars. Where do they disappear to? Yeah. Oh, so they just loop, huh? Animation resets. Woo! Back to fun as a team playing, pretty much. Oh wow. That robot just, all those cars just go back down under the waterfall. Uh-oh. Oh, is that how they do it? That's how they save the memory. So that's how they save on memory. As soon as you're gone from the area, it's just like flag. You can't see behind it, so there's no point in having it on screen.
Trash or small children into the reflecting pool.
Well, they're just not rendered, right? Can you do first person in 2D sections by changing the camera? Like change the camera around in order to like make the 2D sections look like it's in first person. Oh no! You can see freaking Sonic's nose. Sonic's actual perspective. Do the alien wisps in the capsule also have a back? Oh gosh, they're using the map screen. What are we bounded? We're bounded. Yeah. Excellent. It's gonna do a big arc around Sonic, isn't it? Oh well. Alright. What? How? Okay. Yeah, well, it's effective, I guess. This camera, though. Oh, the cursor stays in 2D as well. Like the homing attack. Oh wow, Sonic parkour. This is how Sonic does it. This is actually the ultimate Sonic game. it's just like fixed. Everything's fixed except for Sonic. What? No way. Oh no. Now I can't unsee. Okay, but you gotta keep in mind, 480p, you don't see depth anyway. A random stream? Vignette. Oh. Hmm. What did you think about the new episode, by the way? It's freaking hilarious. I liked it so much. I was just like freaking laughing the whole time. Lol, no. Freaking stupid. I'll pretend that I haven't played it and then gone out of bounds to see how he pulled off all the tricks. I'll just pretend that never happened. Hmm. Yeah, because all the games that his quote-unquote friend made were made in Source Engine. Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers. Could you spot a companion cube? But you could theoretically. Brilliant. You can spawn companion cubes and portal guns and all that in Stanley Parable. The struggle is real. I use the controller myself. Once you go controller, you never go to the weaker. That rhymed, so therefore it was good.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was
Between
really
2008 and
struggling with some
2011,
personal stuff,
he became a
and
brony.
his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But
So
what
I don't know.
is that
Are
even
we
though he
supposed to
starts
talk,
from
or are
the
we gonna
simple
just stay
aesthetic of a
silent for
desert
this?
town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games,
At
but
least you can
that
actually
they
jump
are
in
all
this
going to give us
version, am I right?
access to their creator. I want us to see
Stanley
past the games
Parable, you can't
themselves.
jump.
I
was
want to
like,
get to
what?
know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda.
You
So
sort
thanks
of
for joining
get
me
the
on this.
idea.
If you have a particular interpretation
I like
that
how
I
the
haven't mentioned
terrain
here,
just
or
literally
if you just
is
need to get in
separate
touch,
here.
you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's
Done
first
wrong,
proper
gone
game.
sexual.
As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Okay, that's enough of this piece of crap, essentially. Let's try this last piece of crap, yes.
Warning. Whisper machine active. Shift destruction imminent.
I actually thought this,
This game is
freaking
called
area was
Escape from
intense. I
Whisper,
was like, oh, I want
and
to
it's
see an
one of the
actual
more generic
full-on
games you'll
concept
see from Coda.
of this, you know? I like how he says that the game is called Escape from Whisper, but of course he never puts that in the title. The title is called Loading.
Security code breached. Hostile alien life forms inbound.
Also, the reason why there's no actual enemies or
It
why you
kinda
can't
looks
shoot
like this
enemies
game was
is
abandoned
because it's
mid-development.
symbolism.
For instance,
Violence
you
is
have this
never the
gun,
answer.
which you'd think would
What a
indicate
great-
that there are
what a
supposed to be
great
monsters
lesson.
or enemies somewhere. But then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Also, this is the, like my kind
Enemy forces
of.
neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
You can see the bottom of the skybox. Yeah. But usually you can't physically see it if you go to the window. Either there would be an object obstructing it, or, you know, that just freaking wouldn't happen. Also, these 3 dots, what the heck? There it is, but the developer didn't say what they are still. It's like theories or whatever. But let's not talk about those until the end of the game.
Apparently this space station
Well, the
has a
first time
labyrinth
I
on
was
it.
like, oh, I'll just
I-
stick to the right and then
Sure, I don't know.
yeah, do
There's really
that.
no reason for it that I've
Eventually,
ever been able to
it'll lead to
discern,
the
so in
exit.
the interest of time,
And
I'm
then he
just gonna skip you
teleported
on
me.
past it.
And then I went back and did it myself and got lost.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off.
Did you
And
ever
then
go
you get to
back
the
into
engine
the
room.
maze? I know! It's a lot harder than it looks. I was like going back and then I
you
got
there,
lost. I'm
in
like,
the
please
engine room.
teleport me again.
You
I
could save us
regret it.
all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do
Great
it?
enough heat signature.
Would you give yourself?
Freaking put your gun after you shoot it a bunch of times, right? That's a pretty good heat signature. Also, if you wait a little bit of
Let me
time,
pause
this
here
is
for a
another
second.
dialogue.
What you just experienced, stepping into the
He's
beam
like,
and then
unfortunately,
dying,
this is not a
probably what
branching
Coda
storyline,
had
but it
initially
should have
intended
been.
when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere.
We're gonna take
And
a
this
look
is what
at some of
happens
my
instead.
programming skills in a minute. This is my level. Into space.
The beam causes you to start floating.
This
and
is
this
how
is an
you
important
coding.
moment for him. Because yes, this
And
is
also,
technically
this is
a
how you
glitch,
level
but
design.
Coda
Linear
identifies
and
something
a
human
maze.
about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system.
Import into
Or this
Sonic
floating could be the
Generations when-
afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know.
Also, why
I
would
have
he
no idea what he
release
was
the
thinking,
game and
but
send
what's
it to
clear
his
is that
friend
after making
when
this,
it's in this state?
something
If-
lodges itself
if,
in his
you
brain.
know,
He wants to do more of these really
There's such a
weird and
glaring
experimental
issue.
designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind. Yep, in this game you can only
if
walk
you know
backwards.
clip, there's a room that says the past wasn't in here either. It's like a secret room that you can't access. Yep.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more
The
complete.
future could
Code is trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
This is actually a pretty cool concept, you know?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't
Oh
need
yeah,
anything
and
more
even
than
with
that.
no clip, you can
Which
only
to
go
me
backwards.
is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me why it works, because it gets out quick. Fight me, I'd like to see a whole game like this. Don't who are you to judge? Yeah, sure, why not?
And that's it.
You're now
Okay, the
entering.
meaning of
That's
this
it.
game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me
The
for a few more
void? I
games,
don't
and I
know.
promise you'll see what makes
You're
it
now
interesting.
entering the next map. Woo!
Oftentimes,
My
Coda would put
favorite.
bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games. I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna
There's
do?
if you go to the corner of the map, you can hear random sound effects. Go to the corner, one of the corners. I think it's the corner straight ahead where the stairs are.
I know it's tempting, but there's actually nothing over here. Sorry.
It's like the stripper lady talking. It's like, hey, baby, that type of thing. Spoopy. On the other side, I think. Do you hear anything there? I like the shadow quality. Beautiful quality. Really? There was. There was for me. Huh. That's weird. Gotta go fest though. Fest is the only way.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing
Only
these games to
fest.
anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Yeah. Oh, I did that, of course. There's an option to play the game without narration and all the help included. So pretty much you have to.
A room
Also,
that's
the game's
warm
not completable without the
and
narrator.
nice and filled with little ideas for games.
This is my mind. You are a gate.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant.
You construct a
He said
wall,
that
the
he
wall
knew
is
that he
destroyed,
was
you are
actually
given
a
a medal.
vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
A button you press to stop the chaos. That doesn't work. I live on a boat taking order. Oh no, you. Welcome back. You died it. Rip. Well, quick. That's up for debate. The 3 dots. Yeah, I noticed that too. I analyzed this game thoroughly. I know that I know this stuff.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press
Should I
enter,
tell?
it'll
Should I
remove
leave it?
all of the walls
The
from this
world
room.
looking magic. Should I leave the magic of the level here, or should I just tell you how it's done? Yeah. You know what I mean? How everything's just like, whoa, it's so cool, you know? Okay, I'll leave it just like that. I'll let that magic continue. I won't ruin it. You were taking too long. It's like, whatever. Close enough.
How about that? There was not to understand. Then what is it?
But it looks cool. It almost seems real.
Aha.
Yes.
So, this, combined with the entering game from
But
earlier,
this time it's
tells
you
us
are now
that Coda
exiting.
believes his games are connected
It's
somehow.
different from the
It
entering
could even
sign.
be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally
therefore, it's a
connected in
completely
between
different
this and the
game.
entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
So we won't be able to grasp until we've seen them all. Or you'll see them all and still not grasp what the heck's going on. If you don't think about it well. This
Let's
is
talk
my
about
type
video
of
game
skill
development
at
for a
world
second.
level design.
Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development. To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source.
Every video
Like all
game
engines,
runs on
Source
what
has
is
certain
called an
things that it
engine.
does well, and it has certain
I
things
had
that it
no
does
idea,
poorly.
Man. Thanks for telling me.
One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
One thing that it does very well is
The
being
tools
outdated.
available
Yes,
to the
of
creator
course.
shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear
Don't
boxy
question
corridors.
it. Don't question it. Does it look terrible? It look. With textures, you can make things that are round-ish. I didn't even think of that. What is a lighting? I do not. But of course, there's no penalty if you fail your jump. Let's see your parkour skills. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. I saw. The sad thing is, most people probably wouldn't even do the jump and run section. They'd probably just jump down. Sad face. Do you think people would actually like imported this level into like jump and run maps? But I'm sure it's not that hard to make a texture like this. If you choose to play this game without the narrator, you'll actually have to wait in the cell for an hour. Yep.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that. This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games.
So,
each of which
let's
was
see if we get
just
in
an
a heated
empty
argument.
box that you walked
you-
around in, and nothing else.
Okay.
Believe me, I played
If
every
you
single one of
make
those
something
just to find
for a
out if there was
game,
like a
obviously
gag
you want it
hidden
to be
somewhere.
seen, right?
There wasn't.
Okay. End of debate. That was the easiest debate ever. Ah, yes. Does it have the same glitch as before, where it has a cube if you're far away? Nice.
It's
Oh,
the
that-
puzzle
that
again,
could be useful.
with the exact same solution as the last time.
It's the puzzle again!
There's still no
You
clear
are dead,
indication
not
of what
big
makes this puzzle so
surprise,
special that
Astra
Coda is
Mag-
going to return to it over and over.
Maggies.
But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Hmm. So nothing. The games make fun of people
Here,
a lot,
Coda
like,
begins using a
about
kind of
that
dialogue
puzzle. Oh,
system
they
that
can't
he
figure
fashioned
it
out
out.
of the
It's too
engine's
hard.
chat capabilities.
You know?
Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
You came from up above. What was up there? All of them are like legit answers. And they all say the same thing. Yeah, lineaire. Lineaire gameplay. Do you have... Yes, I did. It's gonna lead to the same outcome. The chapter, the puzzle is our only escape. We need to get through it. I don't think it's possible to go through it on the way out, is it? No, it is. No, wait. Does the door have a switch on the way out? No, I don't think so. Wonderful. Please step in through the door. Well, what is it? What's the answer? Please speak, tell us what it is. You must know it's the most important thing. There must be an ending. There's an ending for you. We're ending this conversation. Wow, instantly blocks. I wonder if you can get stuck in the collision by going. That'll be epic. How did you get there? Is there a puzzle? No, I've been right here this entire time. Such obvious BS. Why would you want to know the place between the doors instead? Instead of living in this nice lit room, I'm gonna live in utter darkness. I remember feeling strange as I walked through it. What is it? Freaking... It's someone's leftover vape or something? What? Can you get stuck in the collision?
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Final floor of the level. Wow, thanks for the spoiler. Why would you want to freaking go into the darkness when you can go out here, literally?
For some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something.
No one's here.
He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them.
And Stanley Parable, the
And as we
narrator,
go,
would say, it's
that
not
idea
about the
will get clearer
destination, it's
and
about the
clearer
journey
and
to the
clearer.
destination. And what a journey that was. You know what? I'm not surprised. That's the first thing you would think of. I'll notice, yeah, I left my other players. Oh my gosh. This is already total and utter chaos, these notes, even though they're like made from the developers. If this was a real thing, could you
So first
imagine
off, I'm sure
how
you can deduce
cancerous
this, but
this would
this
be?
game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been
It'd be
written
like
by Coda.
Filled with like
This was actually the first game of his
Harambe
that I ever played.
freaking
This
old
was shortly
crappy
after I
dead
met him
memes
at a
this
weekend
point.
game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level,
so
and it was
bad.
just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention.
Hitler did nothing wrong.
I was
would be another
over-enthusiastic.
one.
But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me.
How do you beat this
And
game?
I
You haven't
grew up
even walked
eventually.
2 steps! No point to this! You haven't walked 2 steps! You haven't even left the first hallway! If this was a real player... I tried... So I tried to go out of bounds to see if I could go talk to the notes out of bounds. Obviously you can't, they're models. They're just models. However, there is one unused note in like the game files that isn't used at all. And you can't access it in game. It's like a reference to something, I'm not sure what. Well, that's kind of cool, but you gotta expect trolling. just do a sandbox. Just do a sandbox where you can just place notes everywhere. This game sucks.
Feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either
Feel free to
way,
skip over.
to
I
me
read
they
all
convey a
these
sense of
notes.
loneliness. I see this person
Reasonable.
who's filled with thoughts and
Everyone read
feelings
this.
and
Don't
beliefs
read this. You will
and
die on
has
the
no
nearest
way to
possible
express
Friday
them
unless you send
except
my spam
as
email
scattered
and
and
copy paste on
unheard
the
voices in a
16
game
YouTube
that
videos.
wasn't meant to be played.
I'd literally be doing. I'd rather be doing literally anything else than playing this. Rude.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing.
I
could
would
just
like
get to
it
know
when
you
I
through
could.
your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they
Oh
let
my
me have
gosh,
that
that's
connection.
amazing, though.
I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Yeah. That'd be cool, though. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. Sad face. Butt ass butt. Of course, Steam reviews. Someone actually, as a review, puts butt ass butt. This is, recognize me, please. That's like notice me, senpai. How a door open? Door, why you so? Mixed game includes door. Can't open door, thanks. That's so true though. Mixed game includes door. Can't open door, thanks. New room. I would like very much to be desired. I like how the don't bother somehow reminded me of Parve. Okay. Yeah, there's the Parve now. Screw cap. Have a giant room. Don't bother. Yeah. Cuffy's good though. Very good game. I think this is not. Like on the soil, different soil. I did not know that. How drastic of a difference. How different does it taste, like, compared to one another? I'm thinking. Huh. Interesting. It's like a friend that I know who like makes honey. Depending on the type of flowers that it pollinates and stuff, the honey will taste different. Like depending on what flowers and stuff. I'm guessing it's kind of. Oh, it just seems. Cabbage shapes our nation again. Spoiler, doesn't mean. We will all die someday. How so? Are they a different color too?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Almost there. I think this is the biggest map on the game.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Wow. It's crazy. Wow, it's such a hard puzzle. Help. Shit, how do you solve it? Developer answers.
And because there's this dark area between the doors,
help,
a space
another
between
help.
spaces, before you move on, you get to pause.
But
just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on
no
and let go of the
solution.
events that led you here.
That's like every
To step
game
back
hater
and
in a
connect the
nutshell,
pieces
bro.
together, to grasp at that
No solution.
elusive
This game
bigger
is
picture.
impossible. Then just one note over here. Does this remind? Yeah. Does this remind you of anything? Actual models, though. Why are you having so much difficulty tracking? Sorry, I don't know how to place notes.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna
This
kind of
name
just
has
spin its own
literally
wheels for a few
nothing
minutes.
to do with
Hang with it.
anything. Oh. I of course, you know, broke this, and I figured out how everything works in this level. It's pretty cool. Do you want me to tell you, or? No, I mean, like, how basically every single map that changes is you get teleported to a different section. All the sections are preloaded. Oh yeah, yeah. That's how you can like have different rooms pretty much that lead to completely different areas of the maps, but you can't tell. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is pretty cool. As you go through the wall, look behind you, you
See,
can
like,
see
this
the
is it,
wall just
the whole
doesn't
game,
even appear.
and there's
it's
nothing
just
that's particularly
already
interesting
there.
about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern
Oh
furniture.
well.
And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets,
man.
turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
I know, I wish. I don't wouldn't mind a TV with surround sound. You know, if you're gonna stay in a prison, why not? Yes. Yeah, yeah. Or mine. Yeah, yeah. Live Tesla coils in each corner. Yes. That's one way to light up the room, literally. I mean, a lamp's pretty good too. I don't think they were. Yes. 1935, only the last decade. Sorry, last century.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's
If you
kind of
run
just
fast
weird
enough,
for
you can
weirdness'
actually
sake.
make it like to the end of the map, where the furnitures are loading.
So okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he
You
comes
have
at the
to,
prison
like,
idea
do
from
it
a different
from the
direction.
Start. From a different direction. How do you do the reflections in Source Engine? Oh, okay. It's a nice one. It looks nice. Also, Viddter. No shading on that picture. No shadows. What? Really? Wow, that's weird. touch, yeah. Oh yes, I would love to. I'd rather stay in this cell, however, because it's a lot nicer than mine. Honestly, I'd wait. Okay. Inside the house, you could see like, hang on. Go inside the house and then look towards the return. I think the cube map's messed up. Oh, okay. Okay, well, close enough, I guess. I was just looking back and like, that seems off.
And of course,
I had
now
that
the
kind of
table is
cell, that'd
gone
be
and you
great.
can't begin the chain of events to escape.
I mean,
Here's
there is a
version where
desk,
there are no
however.
bars, but you
That's
can't
pretty
actually
close
get
to a
the
table.
well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a
That
dozen.
skybox, though.
Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this
It's
prison
not
that I could be
like,
working?
This is all creative and imaginative,
Coda
if
doesn't have
anything.
that voice telling you to stop. That particular
would
mechanism
totally-
of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral.
Oh yeah.
And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going.
I would totally play through
then he
each and
hits on
every one of these full versions
likes
if
it.
they existed.
And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
It was at this point that I started like not really appreciating the narrator's commentary. I was like, who are you to judge his work? You're supposed to like, no. It's what he likes doing. Just let him do his stuff. Whoa. A telephone. Who is this? It's you, but better.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
That's where I am right now. You're always in that place, regardless of the option. I kind of miss being in the prison, said no one ever. Well, there'll be a big difference. Makes me feel really happy. This true. I'm the first person to count that. How do you know? Yeah, are you gonna continue the cycle, or...? Yes, I did get a call. That's how I escaped. What did they tell you? True. That's how you escape. Yeah, what? How does he get a phone in the prison?
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion
You
to
get
the
like
prison
one
games.
phone call.
After all of the
and that's
obsession
it.
and frustration, just
but
to be
considering
told by
you've been
someone
there
you
for
can trust that things are going to be okay.
a very long time.
Wouldn't that be nice? So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about
August
talking to someone
2005.
other than himself?
Well,
To
technically,
me,
he
this
still
environment
would
is
be
meant to
talking
represent
himself.
Coda's
He's making
puzzle,
it up.
with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Kind. Me neither. This is pretty nice, I will admit. I almost did not want to leave this place because it was cozy looking. Like this, kind of? Maybe just like drop the hills or mountains in one of the directions.
You'll
Can I
notice that the
live
quality
here?
of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins
And
putting
lousy
much more
home
effort
makes
into the visual
home
polish of his work,
loners.
and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Clear the table. If only it was that easy, huh? Oh, in the bedroom, the bookshelf is like all organized right now, but you can actually stay in the room and see it get disorganized after you clean the bathtub, I think. If you run really quickly, he says, "Can you clean the bookshelf?" And then poof, dirty. I think you have to have cleaned clean the bookshelf the first time, though. Yeah, I'll try to get by. They all say the same thing. Actually, you say, do you absolutely have to? I think they're like, yes. Can you? Well, that's cool. No, you have to add, like, fix the bookshelf the first time. I don't think you fixed it the first time. Yeah, it's gonna be all organized. But
After
then,
the intense set of
if
prison
you're
games,
quick during
this
one
house
of these,
cleaning level almost feels like cleansing.
you'll be able to
It's
see
the
it.
moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it
House
sit
cleaning almost
and
felt like
digest
cleansing.
inside of
You don't say.
and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Are all houses this easy to clean? Yeah. But if you're
I
in
know
this
that
game,
Coda
you just
really
gotta
liked this
click.
game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant
Oh,
smile
is
on his
this it?
face.
The one where you... Smooth out the rug in the bedroom. Okay. After this, I think if you're quick. Yeah, you're right. That is pretty cheesy. There you go. That was so worth the wait. Worth the wait.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace. But, of course, it can't last. The music
Question.
stops, your companion is gone, it's time to
Do
leave.
you enjoy this?
The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Again, you can't stay in the dark too long. Says who? Said you when? Wait, are the windows? Can you go through the windows now? Huh. I guess so. Not the no, not all of them apparently. Wait, what? What is that at the? What is? Oh, that's the lab. What? That's We're looking at quality cube maps. Huh. It sounds kind of easy. It's funny, I actually never noticed. Yes, I actually never noticed that light cube map glitch. Connect. So like the window or the floor, like in the last level.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you
Yeah,
have to
I guess
pick up
so.
and move. I really
But
thought
unlike
that was
real
the
life,
point of it.
this is satisfying to clean up everything. It's like the best game for OCD people.
This one gets a bit
Just
goofy.
put that game on loop non-stop and that's it. Oh yes. Same. I know, right? This is what it looked like for me as well. It's just like a normal class with desks and stuff. Well, some of my classes are a hybrid. You have like the computers, you have the computers and chairs on the sides, and then you have a normal tables and classroom setup for the rest. Perfection is within your grasp.
About halfway through the game, the perspective shifts.
Basically, even the perfect seeming people have problems and are
And you
afraid.
play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are.
Kids should not follow.
Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
On the way to work, I told an elderly person to start contributing to society. Wow. That's a cool effect, though. Yeah, they do. Yeah, okay. Clearly the best option. But you don't technically say it. See how it's gray. Ooh. I still love you, it's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Being alone must be awful. Drinking is not hurting my life. If you're torturing yourself trying to find the right solution for your life, you're not doing it right. Oh. Haha, just kidding! I would want to do some ecstasy after this. Holy shit, you guys, something is coming out the back of the room. Look out. Wow, that reminds me of the Sonic Unleashed like in 5 minutes video. It's like, what? An NPC is actually concerned about the danger the world is in? He must be possessed by demonic powers.
I felt pretty hard for this one.
Coming for you.
I feel like it's
going
one of
to
the most
destroy
relatable
you.
experiences that you can have.
Perfection.
To assume that
it's
some
gonna
other
destroy
person
you.
is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and
Well,
completely
are you on the
miss
highest
all
settings?
of the little flaws that make them painful.
Get to have the maximum aesthetics of the graphics. Uh, model texture detail. Is there a very high? Hmm.
Human. I think about this
Chapter
game a lot
11
these days.
already? Dang, these are short chapters.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4
Oh,
months
look, we're
between this
using
and the last
assets.
one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex.
I like
So I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
they want you to be puppets of society. We have unique qualities, perhaps. No, buff. Yes, and you, and if you learn at a differently than other students, you're lost cause. Yes, I'm more a visual learner than like write down then copy it. But that's what colleges do for me. Colleges are like, oh, here's a bunch of notes. Either take a pic or write it down. I'm like, what? How is this teaching me exactly? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Wow. What class? Well, yeah, okay. Oh, look! It's it's the brick wall that you can walk through from Stanley Parable. Did they perfect the technology? God, say something to her. You go up to someone. Sorry, I have to leave. Hello, that's it? That's not a conversation. So rude, what the hell? What kind of director would do that? That's... Yeah, yeah, just walk off the stage. Bye. No clip. Oh wow. Well, to be fair, that's exactly how it is when you are on the stage. That's exactly how it looks. And be as far away as possible. I like how no, that's not what I said at all. Well, it would help if I had a script, excuse me. You don't have a script, yet you expect the actor to know what he's supposed to say. Like, oh, I like these. You could bounce off these. This is what was in the trailer. Completely taken out of context as well. And look at all these answers. Those are all pretty good. Like, according to the director, hello is not enough. This is pretty good. Then how did you end up in stage production? Exactly. How did you end up being a director? Did that really not work out for you? Photographing animals. Oh yeah, wow. I think I noticed that as well. I was like, okay, that ends here. Either that, or, you know, the stage is really polished, you know?
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's
Stage
life.
needs to be really
The
polished to get
solution,
that shine.
social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating.
You're doing
He just keeps
great.
backing away
If
from
I could
possible
flip you off
connections to
in this
anyone
game,
other
I
than
would.
himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect.
That's
To
pretty
connect
creepy
with
and
this
cool, though.
person. To bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5
Black
months
screen.
to make a new game.
Also, making a game of that polish in like 5 months. Mobius strip. Yeah, this is like BS. But yeah, close your eyes. Number 1 says, help, I'm blind. 2 says, no, look, I'll help you. 2 says, I can't see anything. 3 is, what's going on? Basically, there's a giant door puzzle heading your way, and you're screwed. And you're dead. Okay.
You should probably open your eyes if you
So,
haven't
yeah,
already.
pretty much go
it's pretty
forward,
much impossible
and
to
there's an
solve
elevator
otherwise.
to the side. I'm
And there
helping you.
is
I'm
a
gonna direct
solution,
you
by
with a
the way.
10-second delay. Okay. Blind navigation. Okay, as soon as you hear a crunch, go to the right. Just push right until, yeah. Oh, someone else joined. Just a little bit. He's playing the beginner's guide.
games, like.
Yeah. Yes, that is correct, madame.
Good.
Oh, that was so close though. Make it as close as possible. No. Gotta be as close as possible.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's
This-
never
this
been
is
this
like
explicit
me
in
a
his work
couple
about
months ago
exactly what he's
making
thinking.
videos.
So, where's that coming from? But then, even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes
You're
a person
doing
will
it,
just
it's
deflect
working.
anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6
I'm gonna be
months
right back.
before he
You
finishes
take
something new.
control as assistant speaker, I guess, Parvey.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I just gonna be right back.
Well, that's a real level. Nope. Oh well. I guess I will do with, the game itself.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations,
And then
this
take
one
a
turns it up to
picture,
11.
Yes.
Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for? Because, from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him,
More
this
like
was a
some
result of how
feedback.
isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on. You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
That's all the questions.
Bonjour. Really? Yeah,
I will play the
it's
game
not
anyway.
fun. It's like an hour long. You wouldn't be spending too long on it.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it
Oh,
looked
okay.
really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated
It's
seeing
really
him so
unhealthy. Okay, I can understand why you might be a bit
Video
concerned.
games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Mhm.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything
Another
for
prison.
this to stop. But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
The machine.
The Machina, yes.
The machine. Oh, look, it's a door puzzle. I intend to be brutal.
That's metal. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, you won't be very quiet if the press is there. Press. Will it be punished for what it's done?
Kinda, there's the textures. Kinda reminds.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped.
And what's supposed to be that machine though? skeleton game. Yeah.
I know how to hurt you. Yeah. So beautiful. Yeah, I know.
Wait, did the room outside change?
Yep.
Okay then. Okay, that's why I had vibes from it, because narrator and everything. Okay.
Same exact option, but worded differently. Again. Everything the machine has created. Ouch. Without cube maps, yep.
You're going to play Call of Duty now.
Remember, you can click to fire the gun.
Oh. Wow. Remember, you can click to fire the gun.
Oh. Okay. This gun does a lot.
It's kind of an OP gun, you know?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's...
It's a reality annihilator.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first
If you
played
shoot
this
the
game,
ground, you
shortly
can fall
after he made
through
it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
What's the...
Oh.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and
look,
trusted. I asked their
It's
opinions.
the door.
And the great part is that they really loved his games.
Well,
You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Ish cutscene.
Can you see why I felt like
This
this
would
was
actually
the right
be a
thing to
pretty
do?
cool game as
'Cause
well.
it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something. I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much
did he figure out how to reload the gun?
The best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy.
Oh, there's a lamppost too.
Beautiful.
I didn't even notice that.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower,
I get an email.
and
There was
to
a
my
spelling
knowledge,
mistake
it's the
there.
last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
The last game the creator ever made until the beginner guide.
Oh look, it's orange. I'm going to push it.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world.
Feels distant.
It's a very cold game.
If you manage to get through the
This
maze,
room
like,
actually has a maze in it.
you know, without activating the cheat, he will be like, damn.
Maze, oh my.
Except that all the walls of the
Sometimes
maze are
you have to
invisible.
go to the left.
And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing
To the
and
left,
noise.
to
So
the
the
left.
experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond
course,
not
this
being
is pretty
meant
much
to be played. It
impossible to
actually
do
seems to
without
despise the player for
seeing the
trying to
actual
play it at all.
triggers.
But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press
Oh, really?
enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Oh, okay.
So, if you touch a wall of the maze, you get teleported back. What the hell? That's kind of bullshit, but...
It's well, the first game technically started with a maze as well.
Well, I don't know that science.
Oh, yay.
We were going to play orange with that burrito too.
Orange is the new black, though. Therefore,
And to
it
be
matches
fair,
with
it's
the
not like this
aesthetic.
is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
To piss you off. That's kind of the point.
For you to not progress. Yes, that's why
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code.
Beautiful.
Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me.
Well,
Because it's the
developer
opposite
textures
of
don't look
everything else
ugly.
that Coda
They
has
have a
made.
pattern.
It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Yes, 63 at the end.
Yes, so 69, 420, 63, yes.
We accidentally got the 69 stuck in your head. Woo!
That wasn't an accident.
Does the stairs make you a child object and that's why it drags you along so smoothly? Okay.
The switch to open this door is actually on the
Shotgun
other
daddy.
side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow
Yeah,
brute forced your way through the
Shotgun
first two
daddy was now in the
challenges and you got to
stream.
this point, there's actually just no way to progress.
Yes.
And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't.
One thing,
Fix
the
the
last
problem.
word.
But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game?
Open that
I mean,
door.
I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I
Oh, yeah.
feel it somehow. I feel like
Make sure
I
the
failed,
narrator doesn't follow
and I
you.
don't understand why.
Oh, darn, it's still there. Could you jump down there, or is there like a hole?
I remember, it's
I mean,
June of
a wall.
2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me
So
what
you
his
can't
games mean
judge
to
someone
him.
by their games. You can
I
judge
asked him please to
Beam by
tell
my
me what
games,
the three
though.
dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Yes. Who can judge that you cancel by your game?
Yes. My games are equally as cancerous as me. I know, but it's pretty. It's pretty, though.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work
Too much
my own, that I would
lighting.
finally be once
The
and
next
for all
lights
happy.
were pretty.
It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I
The
needed
pretty pink
to be
lights, they're
someone
too
other
much
than
to
me.
render.
But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Freaking, this part
Where did I
triggered my
screw up?
OCD because I wanted to go on both sides of the staircases. And I don't... I have minor OCD.
I'm the reason
that
you stopped
shadows.
making games, aren't I?
Ha-
It's because of
Wait,
what I
the
did.
text as well is
I poisoned it
mapped?
for you.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think I ever told you this,
Ooh, this
but when I
hallway
took
is
your
lit.
work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable. And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was
Ouch.
showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself. And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show
Dang,
people.
boy.
I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
When I'm around you, I
does
feel
that
physically ill.
Oh god.
In
Yeah,
Hmm. How did he hack these games, like, theoretically? To add, like, a lamppost, you know?
maybe he'd be like,
Okay.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Oh,
waste
look.
story time.
Yeah, it's the same puzzle as before. And there's a lot more smoke, I think.
That's why
Da, da,
I'm
da.
releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Crushed to death.
Rip. He wasn't okay in the end, he's dead.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you wanted some more of that portal stuff. When you get on the train, you'll have some of that portal world teleportation.
More.
Like when you get on, then when you
more
get off,
love,
completely
more
different
praise,
locations.
more people telling me that I'm good. Always more.
Oh no, he's not dead.
It's like a disease.
You're not dead.
No,
Oh
I'm not
no. Woo! Shiny floor is shiny. Yeah.
And it does reflect. Oh wait, that's not a true reflection.
Oh. Hmm. Are you able to have multiple, like, have a cube map change to another cube map in game? Hmm. And this train. Do you see where you are right now? When you get in, and then when you get out, completely different area. There's some of your portal engine stuff.
Oh boy. Are you trying to break the game, Wapa?
Oh wow, I didn't even think of that.
Oh, that's clever. Yeah, no, not bad, not bad.
Wow, I didn't even
Yeah.
think of that. That's so cool.
Solution. Solution.
In
Solution.
the worst case, you can check if there is windows. Oh wait, there. Oh.
And the other side of the train is not fully rendered. It's hollow on the other side.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games,
Oh boy.
maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Maybe he just likes making prisons. Maybe he just likes making Derpy's great adventure games.
Nah.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Teleport. You just got teleport.
And we never seen that guy again.
No, he's here.
No.
Yes.
Come on.
Technically, the player is
If
separate
I
from the
knew that my
narrator.
life
You are the
depended
player
on finding something to be driven by
experiencing
other than validation,
the narrator's world.
what
So
would
you're
that even
saying,
be?
oh no, never see the player again.
It's strange,
so,
but
Wapa.
the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
The lighting here is epic.
And then 3 FPS.
Wow, that is some fog, alright.
Well, that's the fading
What now?
light, I guess. That's like the sprays on TF2. You know, the fading sprays.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be
I
here
think I need
and
to
I would
go.
walk you
Hey,
through
he's
this, but
dead.
I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do.
He left.
I have a lot that I need
Harvey,
to
your
make up
dream has
for,
come true.
and so
Yay.
I'm
No more Stanley Parable
just
vibes.
gonna.
Ish.
Okay.
There. Oh, we're in Dust 2! Oh! Oh, okay then. I see.
Kinda similar.
Well then, there is only the Sukabliet Ruski missing. Oh well. And then you die.
No fall damage. What is that?
Ah, come on. Okay, that's the room going down. Okay. I was wondering.
Except without cube maps.
And we were doors.
It's not shiny because he's trying to be dramatic.
Well, you know, you can play Pokemon instead. Catching shinies.
You wanna play Pokemon Go every day?
Yes. You wanna go?
No,
Well then I win.
I don't want to Pokemon Go.
Then I will force you to play
Yes.
oh, because Pokemon Go was like, you know, everyone played it, but then it died. Oh.
Also, this! I know how he did the effect! Because I no clip!
Wait.
It looks impressive. Oh, okay, I won't ruin the magic for Parbe.
Isn't this beam from Portal? I don't even know.
Parbe, look! You're gonna be so impressed. But I
What?
know. Oh, watch. Look, it is.
Oh, amazing. Would say that it is amazing.
A lot of it is 2D Wapa. It makes it look
Amazing.
like yeah, it's amazing, yes. It would have been better if you could see the bottom of the universe.
Yes, well,
No,
yes.
your potato head.
Oh, you wanna go?
La fin, dedicated to R.
Turn back
For
from
R,
this
yes.
cave.
What? Who's R?
You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going.
Without my following Patreons.
But the
Jesus
cave
helped make
goes
this, by the
for
way.
miles and
J'ai le train.
miles and miles. And you're so tired, but I
Yeah, these are the $1 pledge.
So turn back,
Everyone likes $1, right?
Better than no dollar.
turn back.
Oh boy. Yay.
No clip. No clip.
No TF2, TF2.
Ew.
Oh no! No!
Are you gonna try the Rainbow Road? Hang Castle, like I watched Sonic Heroes Hang Castle. That genuinely looks fun and cool. I mean, like from the actual game. Sonic.
Sonic the Edge.
Sonic the Edge.
Yeah.
Ow, the edge. Ow, the edge. Oh, gotta change the game name as well. Sonic.
Oh boy.
What is that game where you're literally a ball, but like it's like Sonic speed or whatever? We should play that. It's multiplayer, right? Dude.
What's the game?
Literal cancer. It's
Yeah,
actually
it's-
got online.
I bet it's going to lag.
I don't think so. I don't think this would lag on yours. The Empire Nighttime, is that the one that you were saying they didn't do anything to the stages, it's just the night stages? How satisfied are you with live streaming video games on YouTube? Hmm.
Well then, you can't play it. Let's play TF2. Yes.
Is it
Yes.
case sensitive?
TF2. TF2. TF2.
Is that the exact name? Whoa. That's a good resolution though.
What is it?
What
Oh,
is it?
2000. Okay. Magic.
Oh, Bennett says hello.
What the fuck?
Rolling around at the speed of sound. How much space do you have in your hard drive? Free, I mean. Oh.
Oh boy, I have far more place.
Oh, same. I need to archive all my crap. Finished videos. You still have the cache files of everything? Cache files, like does your software save shadow files or cached files to speed up the rendering? Or does it always just read the video from source when you edit? While that's happening, we can totally play Sonic Ball.
You. No, how about TF2 instead?
Ew. But TF2 is cancer.
You cancer.
True. Sonal Brap. Really? Harvey, why do you...
I should have it. That's my secondary account.
Ah, you admitted it was you, so you are useless. You made it pink? And what about the shadow, though? The pink screen. Polish, huh? Hmm. Is that the mascot for Legends of Equestria playing with you guys? Oh, okay. Oh, of course. And of course the Flufflepuff. Oh my god. So much Fluffles.
Guess it wasn't worth it in the end.
Well, they know what the edge of the map is like. It was worth it to them.
Oh, the edge.
But the actual terrain is gray, you say? Ah, boo. How the edge.
We made 2 times that joke. Come on. Nah, nobody likes Konga. You know the currency kick is the best.
Yes.
Oh, film guy, you're gonna laugh. No, no, no. Just look at what YouTube gave me as channel tip.
I don't see it.
Wait, just look at that.
Make clickbait. Butt slide is awesome. Butt slide race. Little Shy and Super Cat. Mhm. What if you're an Earth Pony? I.
No.
Make it speed up and then have epic music. True. Where else would you do it? Does that happen for any other emotes? Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh wait.
Of course,
Storm
Super
Wave?
Chat's still
Oh,
doing
what
the.
fuck? I have a friend that's called Storm Wave. Okay. Okay. I want that video, please.
Oh, Turtle Pain. Wow, that's totally a hug.
Yeah, more like a Pizza Pony reunion.
Okay. And everyone went ahead of you. That's awesome. They probably had another one of their plenties of glitches. Yeah. Yay, and could you go in it? Ah, butt slide.
Go! Forgot this point.
The Minecraft expert. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? That would be so epic.
Oh. Dick.
Wow, that was such good.
Um. I'll be.
Oh yes.
Yeehaw.
Good old times.
I'll be next to this guy.
Oh yes.
This
That was
random
pretty
guy
much
actually
like
fits.
Tridashi's OC for a while.
Copies.
Oh god.
Pizza is love. Join the army. Pizza is life. Join us.
Yeah, pizza.
Yeah, pizza. We give free pizza.
Okay.
I just ran right through Minecraft.
This isn't working. This isn't
Bye.
working.
Something seems off about that run animation or walk animation.
Maybe because the animation is too slow for the speed.
Wait, why is it shadow on the setup wizard?
Because shadow the edge.
Oh. Sonic. Oh, did you get it illegally?
We're going to call the police.
And you still use it to this day.
Well, police.
In the config is like there's a text file or whatever that says your components. And that's what I think the game runs off of. Is the name of your graphics card like the same?
Maybe.
What graphics config.cfg? Is that how it appears in Device Manager? Try lowering the resolution.
Yeah, the only way explains this too.
No. Yes, Purby. Delete Purby from stream. Purby, I'll admin abuse you.
How about now?
You should join the AFK fix.
Yeah. Oh god. I'm gonna restart my PC real quick, so I'm gonna stop the stream. Anyone watching, I'm gonna be back soon. Just gonna restart my PC. Just leave the
And
hardware.
he's gonna give me the stream key.
No.
Oh god, no.
See you for a moment.